I just realized I made a spelling error in my tweet script, and I really don't want to delete it, but I might. I put opportunities, but I did a like little hyphy thingy, but then an S, and then it's supposed to be opportunities, like IES, and like now I look stupid. And some guy who doesn't even follow me with 2 followers corrected me, and I feel sick. You know?
I just shouldn't have said anything. The old classic. You know, you just gotta let it fly. I don't know what to tell you. But at the same time, if someone does bring it up, you just, you know, like, when's Twitter getting an edit button, lol?
I wish.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty important, to be honest. I don't know why they don't have it.
Should be, shouldn't it?
Well, you know, we can but dream. And the day that they do add it, it's got to be a national holiday, surely.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Twitter edit day. Please, I need it. Utility towards outer yard, and it's really a big fake for this B hit. Surreal with the first. Laid out by Goofy, who actually finds 2 at range with that Glock, but Flames is back with a vengeance script. That's the bomb.
Yeah, disaster, actually, because Goofy's on 11 HP and by himself. Really, really not good. See whether or not they're able to hold up here. Goofy staying alive. It kind of buys time for his teammate to come in and fly down. Maybe taking a bit of needless damage, a bit of shot damage as well. They've still got to recover this bomb, by the way, and I think with the HPs, it's just not looking too likely. They're lowering some of the bars on the other side, but Max in a great position to end the round here, and now they know exactly where Manise is at. He continues to land shots, but taking some at the same time. Left on 9 HP, and they are flanking around, and he's not savvy to the fact. Will hear them coming, but misses the shot, and Flames doesn't even need to hit the head. Endpoint going to get that pistol on the board.
Whew. I mean, the fact that Goofy gets 2 with the Glock at that long range. Congrats to him in that sense. And the live odds from Luke Bet Scrib favoring Endpoint. I mean, the stats don't lie, and nor do the live odds. As we're going to go back into the Moondance Scrib. And we're back. Woo! Forward through time. No one has perished. PACT are still saving. That nade is still painful.
Yeah, I mean, painful is putting it lightly, to be honest with you. That nade is crippling. Oh, and so is that one from Surreal. Meanwhile, the crunch comes in. He finds himself 3. Robin taking the player outside as well. Not a chance for PACT. As to be expected, they literally invested nothing in Train, one of the harder maps, to find anything with no utility, to be honest with you. Strong buy coming into this one, though, Keith. A very strong buy compared to what the CTs have as well. So maybe would have liked to see Surreal upgrade to a rifle just to have one more. But time will tell. Maybe I'll eat my words after the round.
Well, the MP9 army, Darko, knows they're coming, waiting for the flash. And he just charges forward and he'll find Flame Scrib. He's going to be pushed off by Robin. The first for Robin, maybe some more to follow. He actually gets 2 of that MP9. That's kind of filth. And Scrib, my voice is actually starting to be fried. So if I disappear for a moment, I'm sorry. I will keep pushing.
We had a long day yesterday. We're professionals. My internet is doing what it wants. You know? 2020, dude. What can you do? Could be worse. That's what I always say. At least we have a saying in my family, at least I don't have toothache. Huh? So, I mean, I'm assuming you don't have toothache. You've not really said anything about it if you do. Crucial. Nice little angle from him. Actually, sneaking through as well. Oh, Manise with a key double makes this round very doable. Surreal looking to try and find a way in, but it's not presenting itself just yet with only 15 seconds. However, a well-timed push, a well-timed peek, and he could deny the round away here and now. Walking in backwards, needed to find that one onto Goofy. Not going to happen. And PACT get the first rifle round under their belt. Endpoint are able to buy back in, but of course, I think ultimately the stronger weaponry just about pulls them ahead.
Alrighty. Those MP9 seemingly deadly. But the AKs are coming back. Sobel. One with his Galil. Surreal does not want to continue to push. He does not want to continue to fight Scriv. All the while, Goofy does not find success. This is getting a little weird with no ops, no real rifles at range. I mean, everyone's just taking height advantages. Everyone's taking wild swings in fights, and Sobel gets traded out. This is definitely a wild, wild one.
Oh, Manise. How is he able to get away with that? He just rolls straight into him for the easiest 2k of his life, to be honest. Surreal now the only one left. And there's so many players around him. I think he's kind of dead to rights here. If he finds one, trade should come easy enough, but just sneaking in. Oh, almost taken out. Looking to try and deny the bomb away. Nade goes in, not able to find anything. Surreal still creeping forwards as Lunatic is baiting him out hard. Up top he goes. Team fight to win, and it doesn't happen. Lunatic drops him. PACT string two together, and now the CT money will be broken.
Busted indeed. They've gone all in and have had no bounce back. I like to see that Zoo spot up by Flames. Attaboy, attaboy. Good looks, good looks. Not going for ladder like I thought he may have. And it's PACT grouping towards Ivy. One player T-Con, one holding upper hall's push. And PACT just want to walk into the A site like they own it. Endpoint know they got to get aggressive for info with the pistols. And Darko needs some backup, and that's what Sobel's here for.
Bailed out for one, of course. They are heavily stacked on towards the C-bomb site, but just in the weaponry, right? Not looking too good. All right, well, comes a little close, but not going to result in any frags just yet. Flames on the back end. Does have his trusty Zeus. Oh. Wouldn't we love to see him find a frag with this? However, I don't think we will. If he stays here, anyway. He might push forwards and find someone, but at the moment, no one coming his way. And I think with all the pressure that they've found, they'll probably look to back off towards that B-bomb site instead. T-Con is kind of compromised. Oh, they are coming his way, though. I don't know. It's a little risky. There's a Zeus around the corner. Yeah. He wants to push, but he knows I'll be watching it. Oh, Goofy. Oh, unlucky. Unlucky. $200 down the drain. But it's all good. They can comfortably buy coming into this one. PACT, though, very quickly looking strong. This money in a really good spot. 3 in a row, looking to perhaps find even more. And, you know, with every round they win comes another at the moment because Endpoint don't have enough cash to support themselves.
Yeah, running a bit low. Flames with the AUG to the AK. Interesting, he buys the more expensive M4 version just to drop it and pick up the AK. Funny how things work. Sobel. Bodied by Surreal. And honestly, for defaults on train, Scriv, let's be real. It's been absurdly aggressive, right? It has been... A lot of times you see defaults group up, right? Maybe like there's a couple different looks on default. Ignore Ivy, 3 upper B halls, 2 T-con, 1 spot Ivy type of thing, or the 2-1-2, right? And you don't really see a lot of fights, but so far in this match, the defaults have facilitated a ton of fights.
Oh, Surreal in that cheeky off angle. Honestly, I think we'll start to see more people use that little balcony kind of area, that little ridge. Saw it yesterday as well. I can't remember who we were watching, but someone just walked straight past the angle, not a care in the world, and it resulted in an easy frag. This round has been no contest at all. Crucial going to find a 2K to close it out. PACT finally have stoppers put back in place, and now Endpoint even the scoreline of it. It's a weird one, right? To be honest, I think they just win their individual fights. Maybe PACT getting a bit ahead of themselves early on. And we'll see a pause come in as well. Of course, the T side have got cash to buy into this cleanly, but it's a question of the future. So I'm not sure if this is a true technical pause or sometimes, you know, they try to call attack and think what, like pause ends up... Okay, never mind. But still, Keith, it's going to give them time to talk things over, time to mull things over and make sure that they have themselves a cool head moving into this next round. Very early on, right? Contest is on, back and forth nature that we've seen, at least in the series overall, really coming to a head here on train.
He's gone again. Every map, Flames vanishes into thin air, Scriv, and comes back. How does he do it?
Have you ever seen him and David Blaine in the same room? That's all I'm saying.
I actually haven't. That's a good shout.
Mm-hmm.
How wild would that be if like David Blaine's like a competitive Counter-Strike player without saying anything?
Would not put it past him, to be honest. He's done stranger things.
He could be Nico. Never seen them in the same room.
Have I seen... Don't think so. To be honest. I literally, like, just know who he is. I've not really seen him do anything. What? Okay. That's very cool from PACT. See you later. Flames, I mean, he disappeared from the server and he's disappeared from this round pretty damn quick. So, bye-bye, I guess.
See you next round. AK is here in Surreal's hands. He's been great. He's been a rock, actually, on Dust, too, and so far on Train for Endpoint. But he just jiggles back into the loving arms of PACT. Robin's going to have to go for a bit of a flank, and actually, Endpoint is just saving. If Surreal got one and lived, or maybe two, they'd attempt it. But instead, they're going to let PACT get away with 5 alive. I mean, that's a deadly thing to allow them to escape with.
Yeah, certainly magical stuff. And the pause paying dividends, I suppose, as they take a moment to indeed compose themselves. PACT will come through with a very simple, very nice double nade opener. Might even see that again from them. And then they just kind of, well, not even clean up house, but start to clean the house up, and they'll find themselves at fourth, retaining their lead. Endpoint, not straight back to square one, but they find one round and then are very quickly shut down. It's not a great sign, particularly if you're on that CT side. You're not building your cash up massively. You know, it can be problematic. And we're on train. So as many T rounds you possibly can, right? It's a triple nade, actually, just to confirm. But yeah, if PACT can keep this up, where they find a chunk of rifle rounds and then maybe lose one, they'll be really happy with that. Of course, Hellcase, shout out to the boys once again on the sponsor role. Beautiful support from them. Our primary case partner coming in with those codes that you guys can use. Banner down below takes you directly towards their website, but we got no time to talk about it because they're hitting in towards this A site. First frag goes the way of PACT, and then a flurry of frags. Who's coming out on top? Hard to tell. Crucial's found the man advantage just about. And the bomb is down. Manice, though, picking up Mighty Max. Lunatic knows Surreal is up close, but can't find him. Leg comes in for Manice. However, he needed the frag. He kind of knew it as well, right? That's why he was hesitant to go for it. Endpoint capitalizing on the quick round, and they managed to find a fourth.
Whew. 4-4, pretty good for PACT. I mean, this T-side's a great start. But this is one of those money breakers. Could be a deal breaker for the half for both sides. Robin's getting aggressive, back into his ladder, back into his position. And the jump spot comes in. Lunatic will do the spam. Robin doesn't like the sound of that. He'll back up. And Manice wants to punish Surreal. I mean, that's twice now. He's almost been punished towards that ramp. And Crucial has good rotation timings, but I don't know. Manice doesn't strike me as the type of guy to just peek this alone. Especially now that the nade came in.
Oh. Beautiful stuff from Manice, catching an impatient Crucial off guard. Very big frag for PACT to work with, Keith. However, Surreal has retrieved the AWP, looking to take a fight. Ooh, shows himself. Really going to have to be careful here. PACT have slowed things way down after finding that first frag. Feeling pretty damn good about themselves. Sobol moves into the fire, takes minimal damage, and is back up. I love that idea. Might see it again to try and catch a CT off if they are indeed holding Pop Dog. Meanwhile, the hit comes in. Oh, and Robin. Flash for him, but the counter flash is there from that T side. He will eventually fall. Surreal finds one frag, but cannot deny the cross, cannot deny the bomb plant, and cannot find the man advantage. He will eventually fall as well. Flames, trying to be the hero of the hour, pushes forward for one. But needs a couple more, to be honest, to make this round doable. Max, meanwhile, is weary of a flank. Flames, though, will keep on fragging. Gets himself a fresh AK. Max spotted out and taken down. The timing of the flash, so very rough. Flames getting a third, though. And now moves on to the bomb. Going to go for the hold, hoping that Manice is not going to peek him. Flames with the genius one-on-one tactic. Manice played it safe. And he needed to take the risk. Endpoint clutch up and will find the fifth. Now taking the lead as well.
Well, right when Endpoint needs someone. There you go. Sure, the AK, the op gets brought, but the round doesn't get across the line. Endpoint surely jump up to 6. No ifs, ands, or buts. Crucial. Goodbye, Manice. Crucial in the later parts of Dust 2 really started to find his own and in train thus far. Impactful. Mighty Max. Avoiding the nades. And he'll just play around it at this point. PACT Scriv. I mean, they really are just looking to get that 5-6 round mark again, laying out what they want, the requirements, but plenty of rounds left to play. Not a doubt. And it's also not set in stone that Endpoint walk away with this round. I mean, listen. Unless Lunatic turns into, I don't know, Stewie Boston Major, right? Back of Inferno. Or Guardian in his prime. I'd be down to see that, actually.
Hey, you never know, dude. I mean, these rounds where he has a license to kind of do what he wants. Certainly where you expect it to happen. But going to be dropped as they are just fumbling out of T-Con there. Goofy has crept in behind. Does get a chance at one. A second, maybe. Not just yet, but P250 absolutely deadly. Honestly, amazing that he gets one there. They know exactly where he is. He's making so much noise. Not a lot of time. Needs to die as well, and he will. Robin takes him down. And a bit of damage taken by Endpoint, but nothing substantial, so they'll be happy with that. Another pause coming through here. Hopefully, once again, no major issues, as it does appear to be technical in nature, but hearing ticks is always kind of a good sign. And the fact that PACT are looking to buy up, also a good sign. So hopefully back into the action quickly, folks. Endpoint starting to grow the lead as PACT have hit the proverbial brick wall.
Yeah, the brick wall could have could start to be building. The mortar is drying, so PACT really do need to knock it over while it is still setting. And as the pause will unpause shortly, I imagine, I'm going to take a guess as to what we're going to see into this round. I mean, we're going to get the op from Manise, I'm guessing. Double op from Endpoint's always cool. And I'm not exactly sure what PACT need to do. There's been a lot of defaults. They've been getting picked here and there by odd aggressive plays. I think they're just going to go back to what's been working early on. Just a standard default, work ladder control, phase them back out of upper B halls. Don't let them have any free info. Execute. And kind of play on your entries being successful. It's kind of what you did on Inferno.
Well, here we go, back into the action. There's the buy. Pretty damn strong, Manise. His aim pretty damn strong as well, Keith. Mighty Max has been clapped at the start of this round. A brilliant opener for PACT. Definitely what they needed when the pressure is on, and it looks like off the back of the frag, they are opting to pick up the pace. Flames trying to be the hero, does manage to get one, but immediately traded back. Sobol taking down Surreal. It's all down to Robin and Crucial in a matter of seconds. Robin the only one on the A-bomb site at the moment, so he's trying to stay alive in between the flames. They might not expect him to be here, to be fair. He will drop one. Ooh, could have gone for a second if he went for the wide swing. Not going to be the case, though. Will be traded pretty damn quick, and it's all on to Crucial, who I think, to be honest, saving might just favor him here, Keith. It's not the best kind of conditions to go for a 1-on-3, and he knows it. Will move away, but the buy into the next round going to be rough regardless for Endpoint. Not looking good in that sense. And again, like I said a few rounds ago when this happened previously, finding a few and then dropping a few is not bad for the T side. They'll be happy with that for sure. You would think on a map like Train at the very least, right? I would honestly argue at the moment feels a little more CT-sided than Nuke can be at times. Very dependent on the teams, though. And PACT, I guess, from what we've seen of them, much stronger T-sides than CT-sides. So definitely something to consider.
That is very true. This one's shaping up, though, isn't it? full buy right in, and look at what Endpoint have to work with. I think PACT is going to start to abuse B here. They know the money for Endpoint is going to be meh. Surreal has been somewhat easy pickings on his angle here, close ramp. Ooh, but his early smoke will deter. Nade and spam will send him back, and now they're just trying to bait out rotates on any freebie utility they can get out of the Endpoint boys' hands. Not a bad approach from PACT early on here, Scriv. I do like it. And if Manice could find this player, imagine. No. Been a long time since I've seen that boost work.
Oh, Mighty Max might get overlooked here. I don't think they're going to expect him fully. Oh. 1, 2. The second checks. That's the bomb, but he manages to find Lunatic as well. Absolutely massive. Smoke goes down, and now the cavalry is on the way. This is huge for Endpoint, actually. 2 AKs retrieved. 3 members here. The bomb at their feet. And the T's have got to try and come back. Absolutely massive stuff from Max. It's not incredibly flashy. It's not the hardest shots of his career, but perhaps some of the most important of the third map so far. Wow. And they're going to move to save here, Keith, on the T side. That's incredible. Max has indeed done it. Surreal obviously finds one of his own outside there, but the round's just not going to happen, and they have accepted that.
That is so brutal. The fire will spread to Mighty Max. He somehow still gets the kill on Darko. Manice all the way back in spawn. His head is gone, and that is more like it from Endpoint. I mean, look at the turnaround. They get 3 AKs, Scriv. That is a return on investment. Round 13. PACT will be broken. And good on Mighty Max, the man who essentially won him the whole round. And PACT not having any answers. I feel like speed was their friend. But now Endpoint have really started to shut them down. Impressive stuff, just like Dust 2, really.
Just like Dust 2. Question is, will there be another drop-off, just like Dust 2? Obviously, time will tell. We're not quite there just yet, but we'll have to see. Should be a slow one on this for Endpoint. A slow burner that eventually will ring successful. But you never know. With the previous round, it does set the precedent of things being a bit crazy. That nade is a nice way of perhaps, though, securing things here. Got to be careful not to lose too many members, but overall it looks pretty good. The smokes are kind of nice. They're rushing in. Flames is a little caught, unsure of where he's getting peeked from. Robin falls, but Flames looks nice and clean. And he gets another and an AWP. Ooh, this is perhaps messy, but no. Surreal survives, finds the frag. Does come close again, right? Max left on 10 HP, but Endpoint up to 8 and have themselves a pretty hefty lead to work with now.
Yeah, that is hefty. For Manice, he's been good, but Scriv, his teammates have been falling short. Been a while since we've seen a true execute from PACT. Kind of just getting cut down before they even get the chance. So I'm looking for them to get the first pick and really work for that 6th. Flames. Into ladder. He's peering up. So we're not going to test him as much as maybe he wants to. And that's because they're out. Robin playing around E-Box. 2 kills, Endpoint. You blink and you miss it. I mean, PACT trying to execute without control. And I mean, that is the outcome.
Yeah, pretty big. Endpoint have really turned this half upside down towards the tail end of things. Really looking good for them. And the final round of the half is anything but for PACT. Of course, got to buy into it. Going to try and put together the best they possibly can, but it's just not Just not looking good at all. Speed being employed though, Keith. It seems to, from time to time, be successful for teams, and well, it's looking kind of good early on, right? Mighty Max caught in disarray, trying to stay alive, does find one. The Mac 10 hot on his heels. He ends up falling, but a quick trade from the rest of the boys. Meanwhile, over on the bomb train, there's a lot of bodies, but they are falling into the grave. Robin with a nice 2k to finish us off. Endpoint will find double digits, and they will find themselves a very nice half. Can PACT come back in a second? That's the real question.
I mean, we're looking at like the lack of CT side prowess from PACT. So it's a map endpoint or deadly on, jumping over onto their T side with 10 rounds. You win pistol. I mean, how do PACT fight back? I think they need to come out, take the gloves off, then the tape, and go bare knuckles. It's really their only shot. Surprisingly flat, I think, is the best way to describe that T half, Scriv.
Oh, and there are the loot bet odds. Very heavily in favor of Endpoint, actually. Like, very much so. Surreal finding a 2k out of nowhere. 3 coming in for Surreal just instantaneously. Goofy's on the bomb train. He also falls. It's all onto Sobol in the pistol. Surreal will get his 4k. Oh my goodness. Blink and you miss those first 3. Endpoint move up to 11. An explosive start to their T side. And you can see why indeed it is successful for them. Sure, they've got flames coming in, but I think the core are so comfortable on this map that they should be able to take it over the line cleanly. That's the way that it's looking. With the tail end of the first half, and now a strong start into the second. If they get through this force buy, I'm very confident in their finish.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with you there, Scriv. PACT. They've been liking those nades. They get the damage onto Surreal. Lunatic up high. Able to find the shot, but he is going to get the first strip. Darko Deagle, hang on a minute. These deeds could be deadly, but Mighty Max, the anchor for Endpoint, hangs on 1 HP. Sobel, we know he can do it, but now he just needs that quick headshot onto Flames. Oh. Denied.
D_nied. Pretty damn close though, eh? A bit scary for Endpoint. Some nice heroes in the mix in the form of Mighty Max, in the form of Flames. But maybe don't make that one a habit, to be honest. The force buys can be sort of crazy, and I think the thing is as well, maybe with the way that PACT have been controlling their money, they perhaps weren't expecting a force buy from them, which is why they employed so much speed on towards that A bomb site. Which, from our perspective, still advised, but when, you know, the boys are going, it's alright, they'll only have USPs, it'll be fine. Max tapping away, shooting gallery in full flow. He just sits there and shoots, and sometimes he hits a head. Other times it takes 4 bullets, but nonetheless he gets a 4k. The easiest one of his life, just literally clicking head. And Endpoint very quickly up to 13 here, Keith. It is, oh my goodness, dangerous territory for PACT. So dangerous. Yeah, I don't know, man. I guess he doesn't just stand there. He does counter-strafe. Dodging and weaving, doing his best Neo impression. And it's actually quite good. I have seen Max's Neo impression. It's uncanny.
Is that a joke, or does he actually?
No. Oh. He looks very different. Okay. Just open up your HLTV, have a look. You know, he's got the glasses, and I think he would rock a leather trench coat, but...
Yeah. Okay. So he just needs to play for FaZe for 2 months, and we can call him Neo.
Got him.
Not bad. Not bad, Scriv.
Yeah, not bad at all.
see what you're getting at. I'm all for it.
Yeah. See, apparently I look like Neo, people have told me.
You look like Neo. You look like... There's a bunch of things that people are spamming in chat that apparently you look like. So, who knows? Chat seems to know more than I. As Endpoint have lost the first kill. It's been a while since that happened. A man down. Make it 2. There's Mace with the op. I think he's really going to thrive on the CT side. And the bonus guns from Endpoint. Nada.
Yeah, not a beat. Not a beat. However, it is a very long road ahead for PACT. I hate to, you know, be the negative Nelly about it, but it is going to be tough here. This is a great start. Especially if this fight is won, but no, Crucial will take down Sobol, so any frags that he finds, they're going to buy in the next round regardless, right? So any frags that are found by Crucial here, kind of keeping that wound fresh, keeping that wound open of the fact that, you know, look at us, we're on 13 rounds and you're only going to be on 6 at best. No one else comes his way, though. He winds the clock down, takes his AK into the next round. Fair argument. Got a bit of utility left, right? And plenty of cash to buy up the utility he doesn't have. And he's a bit of a cash cow for the Endpoint side. So, decent enough result in the end for Crucial himself. But the team of Endpoint not going to be happy with that one. A very, very, very decisive first rifle round. Sorry, second rifle round. Going the way... Oh, first rifle round.
Yep, you're right.
Confidence, dude. Confidence. Goddamn. Either way, very decisive for PACT and a really good sign of what's to come.
Oh. Trades awkwardly. Manisa's op again continues to deliver for PACT. Endpoint. A man down, saving grace already on 13, as we can see. And Sobol, all the way back in B site. Going to be playing for that retake, as he probably should. And Surreal's going to send him all the way back. I mean, look how far back Sobol's willing to go. Worth it. Wow. Until that happens.
Ooh, Manise will drop him, left on 5 HP, so retaking full flow, definitely not impossible. Flames is in a great spot, but he's been spotted. Goofy will drop him all onto Max to find 3. First comes in, second as well, and Max has brought it down to a 1-on-1 against the 5 HP up. Surely he wins this. Gonna peek out, takes it wide, takes it cocky, but he wins the clutch.
Wow. He has been the main consistency to me on this Endpoint side. Those 3 kills are dialed in, isn't he, Scriv? Looking good. He made me break out the dialed in, saying means you got to be playing good to get that one. And now they look for 15. Everything PACT had in the bank is into this round. So pressure, clearly at an all-time high.
Oh, absolutely. Very, very quickly here, the series under threat. Crucial's patience pays off. Darko gonna fall. Ooh, quick reaction from Goofy. Thought he was going down as well, but no, left on 6 HP, but still able to even things back up. Not perfect, not ideal. The nade. Oh, he survives. Here's it coming. Gets out of there. And, well, is 4 HP much worse than 6? Probably not, to be honest. Same kind of scenario. You're still 1 shot away from death. B-bomb site going to be the second port of call here for Endpoint. Great flash. Meanwhile, creeping in round the side. Oh, Sobol robbed of the opportunity. Goofy still alive. Somehow finding a frag. The molly can't get anywhere near him, right? So he has to just bail out completely. Meanwhile, Crucial again. Patience pays off. And there go the remaining 2 players. Robin with a double spray down up to 15. Map and series point. And it seems very, very quick that we've ended up here.
It's been a pretty quick train game, hasn't it? I don't think there's been a lot of messing about in either side's T-sides. Like, their defaults haven't been like as slow and prolonged as most train games. Executing with 20-30 seconds, not really the case here. There's action typically within the first minute in most of these rounds, whether it be a pick or an execute forming. It's kind of just what we're looking at, isn't it? So 15 for Endpoint, looking to end it here. MP9s, 1M4 Deagles, and of course it's Endpoint getting aggressive again. The first but traded script.
Yeah, not looking good at all. Look at all those frags coming in for the T side. Lunatic does get 2. Third is certainly on the cards, but no. Robbed. It's all onto Sobor. 1 versus 2. Oh, no. That's a rough way to end it. That is a rough way to end it, but it seemed all but inevitable at that point. They could have survived and hung on for 2 or 3 more rounds and then make the mistake, you know.